Last week, the market saw a rebound in action, and clearly what you're probably looking at is how the markets will pan out over the next few weeks in terms of how earnings get displayed. So clearly, I think earnings have shown resilience this time around with input costs going down. You've seen volume growth happening for a lot of FMCG companies with deflation happening on the input costs. You've seen margin expansion happening, and that gets trickled down to the bottom line. Clearly, the IT companies have posted a decent set of numbers, so the top tier IT companies still remain our top picks. When it comes to the pharma space, I think one really needs to be very, very selective with the kind of FDA issues that are probably cropping up every day. You're probably looking at the pharma sector going through a tremendous amount of stress, and if you look at the historical valuations, you're probably looking at the sector trading at their historical highs. So clearly, I think one needs to have a stock-specific action when it comes to the pharma universe. In the capital goods space, stroke infrastructure, you're probably looking at weakness continuing both in terms of execution and order flows. Though L&T is surprised in terms of how the order inflows came through, you're probably looking at the entire sector still getting plagued in terms of higher working capital constraints, execution still remaining an issue, and clearly that will reflect on how earnings will pan out. So clearly, I think you're still seeing a lot of stress happening on companies within this sector. When you're probably talking about the mid-cap universe, I think some of the stock delivered a brilliant set of performances. But our own take is that you need to follow a bottom-up approach. You need to see where valuations are not that expensive and probably where the earnings trajectory can sustain over the next couple of years. So what you really like is Jagran Prakashan, Blue Star, and that is where we believe value lies. So clearly, I think have a focused stock-specific approach, have a bottom-up approach, and invest just 10 to 15% of an investable corpus in a very slow and gradual manner. So happy investing, and hope that the markets deliver brilliant returns in the year to come.